Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to another Q8 Pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 Zulu time for our stream. I want to welcome Sean. Hello, Sean. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. William Rand Cooley. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. And Stan, welcome aboard. Greetings to you, my friend, and welcome back. I hope that you've had a relaxing time with the family. Stefanos, welcome. Glad to have you here with us. Thrust Set Simulations, welcome aboard. Shadow Dark, hello, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. And today, ladies and gents, based on popular demand, we are flying the MD-11 by Rotate Sim. I'm really not sure what is the infatuation with the MD-11, but I have received so many requests from you guys, either of you via the community tab vote or via emails. I've received just an overwhelming number of requests to fly this aircraft. So I am here today to fulfill your request. Shadow Dark, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And we are going to be trying something a little different. So I'm going to be flying in Russia. Probably a place that has not really received that much attention from me in the sim as I normally fly in Europe and the US. But today we are going to fly this Aeroflot Flight 2574 service from St. Petersburg to Moscow, the nation's capital. And hopefully we'll have I can give you guys a good show, and hopefully we won't have any crashes while we do the replay, so you guys can enjoy this beautiful, rather monstrous-looking aircraft landing in the Russian capital. All right, so what we're going to be doing first, as we normally do, is I'm going to brief you on our flight plan. And looks like Navigraph is acting up, so let's close it and restart it again. All right, so here we go. All right, so our flight today is going to be a departure from St. Petersburg, runway 10 left through the SOG-1 Delta departure. And we are going to be cruising at a final cruise altitude of 35,000 feet, arriving into Moscow, the capital, runway 06 right through the Nami 3 Echo, arrival through the Naman transition. The approximate flight time today is 1 hour and 10 minutes. Should be a fun flight. I don't expect anything in terms of the weather. The weather seems to be quite nice along the path to Moscow. And that is it for our flight plan. One thing that I do want to show you in this version of Navigraph is the ability now to view your SimBrief operational flight plan, which is something I really, really wanted Navigraph to do because I used to open so many apps and now everything is just in one place and it is absolutely great. Again, if you guys are looking for a good flight planning tool with charts, I couldn't recommend it enough. Navigraph Charts is truly the Swiss knife of flight simmers, and I highly recommend it. Another thing that you'll notice is if you go to the airport from the weather information, you'll see that there is now an ATIS, and you can get the ATIS from the IVAO network, Pilot Edge, and VATSIM. So we do have we don't have. We have the IVAO and VATSIM. So it looks like the controllers are there ready to provide the ATC service. All right, so let's go ahead and switch this back to the map, and we are going to close this, and we're going to bring up our SimBrief plan. So we'll go to here, we'll leave this, we're going to scroll down to the payload, and let's hop into the cockpit. Now, you'll notice that things are a bit dark in the cockpit, and this is one of the complaints I have about the MD-11 by Rotate. Things just look so dark in the cockpit. We have the Mango set today, so we should be in for some interesting sounds. I'm not sure if they are recorded from the actual MD-11, but they do sound very good, I have to say. All right, so let's bring up the the Rotate control panel. Excuse me. From the control panel, we are going to leave everything here as it is. Reduce the alignment. That's fine. Synchronize the barometer. That's fine. Everything here looks good. Ground operations. We're going to request the ground power unit, and we're going to go to the load manager. From the load manager, we're going to set our load and balance, and we're going to put this here to the side, and you guys can follow along. All right, so the total payload today is 175.8. That's 175,800. So 175,800 pounds, almost a full load there. So we're traveling very heavy today. We're transferring a lot of cargo. And the block fuel today is 4,500. So 40,500 pounds, 500 pounds of fuel. And that takes us to, let's see if we can fix this. Okay, so taxi fuel is 2,000 pounds. All right. And let's see if we can. All right, I'm going to reduce the payload a little bit here, and we're going to move this slightly to obtain. So that's okay. Zero fuel, about 31.5. Actually, that's good. 33.3 is good. And the trip fuel today is going to be 17,557. So 17,557 and enter. And now we have everything here. So we're going to say apply the payload and configuration. And now we are done with the control panel. All right. We're now ready to power up the aircraft. We're going to use the external power to perform all our tests while the APU starts. And I want to welcome with us today, Shodan Cat. Hello, my friend Alex. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Absolutely, Alex. The whole Navigraph package is definitely worth the money. And I'd pay actually more if it was priced a little more. Craig, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Thank you for your support. And we have also the McAllen. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. Drashal, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Thank you very much. Adil, welcome. Glad to have you with us this evening. I hope you enjoy the show. All right, so let's go ahead and begin with the cockpit preparation. And the first thing we're going to do is turn the battery on. Battery is on. Now you can take notice of the beautiful Mango Studio sound set for the aircraft. The emergency power is armed, and the external power is available. Perfect. We're going to move up here to the APU panel, and we are going to perform the engine and APU fire test. All right, everything checks okay, and we can now start the APU. All right, now while the APU starts, we can perform a few tests. We're going to again follow the Airbus philosophy. The engine ignition is off, cargo temp is good. We're going to set the ADDONS to nav mode. We're going to wait for the cargo fire test to complete. And you can always perform the cargo fire test manually by clicking here. Right, nav 2 is set, and auxiliary nav is also set. We are in a line, and we're going to check the cockpit voice recorder, make sure that it is recording. So everything is good here. We're going to come down here and turn on the nav lights are okay. We're going to turn on the fasten seatbelt sign and non-smoking sign to auto. Emergency lights are armed. Excellent. So all is good here. Everything is good here. Quantity test. There, we can perform that. And the cargo here, we don't need really to do anything here. Everything looks good here. Everything looks good here. All right, so all checks okay. Perfect. And now we can move down to the rest of the test that we need to perform. All right, before we do that, we need the defog to be turned on. That's kind of like the window heat, and that is now taken care of. Let's uncage the display here, and we want to check our hydraulics. So we're going to click on hydraulics, and we have the hydraulics here. To test the hydraulic system, we're going to open the guard and click on hydraulic pressure test and close the guard. And the test should start in a little bit and perform the necessary tests for our flight. Okay, now we're ready to start programming the FMC. And for that, we're going to need Navigraph. So we're going to go first to the FMC here. We're going to check the model of the aircraft, the current, the engine, and the active database there. And then we can go to flight plan initialization. Perfect. So we are going to be flying today from, let's see here. So bring up Navigraph. Let me make it smaller here. All right, there you go. You can see the hydraulic test is now being performed. And for our flight plan today, we are going to be departing Uniform Lima Lima India to Uniform Echo Echo. Right. And the alternate is going to be Uniform Bravo Charlie. All right, Uniform Bravo Charlie. Excellent. Flight number today is Alpha Foxtrot Lima 2574. And the cruise altitude, as you can see here, is 35,000 feet. All right, 35,000. And the cost index is 69. And align initialize iris. Perfect. Explain Gamer, welcome aboard. Hello, Niels. Welcome aboard, my friend. Roman, welcome, my friend. Mr. Compavos. Welcome aboard. Are you using the airloft delivery? Yeah, that is exactly what I'm using. Yes. All right. So we are done here, and we're going to the next page, and we're just going to make sure that we click here and here. Perfect. All is good. And next we are going to go to the next page. Everything here looks good to me. And next we're going to go to the flight plan. All right. So the departure today is through the Soggy 1 Delta. That's the Soggy 1 Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. And the runway is 10 left. And insert. Brilliant. And then we are going to take a look here at our flight plan. From Sogan, we're going to take airway Tango 873. So airways and Tango 873. And we're going to exit at Nerji. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to take Tango 73 to Namen. Tango 73 at Namen. I just bought X-Plane 12 and Auto Ortho didn't work. Don't use Auto Ortho. That would be my recommendation, to be completely honest with you. All right, Tango 73 to Namen. Namen. There we go. And then from Namen, it's the arrival. All right, so we're going to say insert. And let me zoom a little bit. Maybe you guys can see it better this way. All right. So from Namen, we're going to go to the arrival. And we're going to go to Moscow. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the airport because I know I'm going to mess it up, more than likely. So star, and the star is going to be the Nami 3 Echo. That's the Nami 3 Echo, and the arrival is going to be the ILS runway 06 right. ILS 06 right, and insert. All right. Now, one important thing to note is if you look here, let's go to our arrival real quick. We could do this after we're airborne, but let's just, be over with it now. So we are going to go to the approach and the ILS 06 right here. And that zooms it in nicely for us. Now, If you look here, after Kesvo, we have a discontinuity, and then it's the Incos. So Incos is right here. This is the fix on the ILS. So we are missing a couple of waypoints in the arrival, which is the tired or turd, and Dufar. Both of these need to be in the FMC. For some reason, it did not pick them up, so we need to add those. So we're going to add the first one, which is TIRDE, and we're going to insert it here, and then we're going to go to Dufar. And we're going to insert it here. Then we can clear this discontinuity. Excellent. And then we can go to the flight plan. Now what we'll do, we'll come to the plan here, and we want to make sure that we have the right approach programmed. And as you can see here, this is exactly what we see now in the Navigraph chart. Let me bring this here so you guys can see. So we come from Kesvo. From Kesvo, we're going to go to tired or turd, and then to Dufar. And then the final fix for the Incos, which is, I believe, the center fix, probably for the runway 06 right. So now everything here is set up, and we are good. Excellent. So we'll put this back on map, and we'll say increase the range a little bit. All right, that's perfect. And now we have everything here. The only thing remaining now is the takeoff data. For the flaps, we can do flaps. Let's do. I've heard, I've seen flaps 25 and I've seen flaps 28. We can do flaps 13 as well. Flap limit speed. Yeah, that's not going to help us. So, all right, I'm going to go with flaps 13 for takeoff. All right, so flaps 13 for takeoff. That gives us a stab trim of 4.3. Muckwito, hello. Flaps 15, no problem at all. We can do that. That's a 4.5 stab trim. And Roman, hello Roman, welcome aboard, my friend. Rotate MD-80 requires sound package. Sounds are terrible. I think there is a sound pack for it as well. All right, for slope and wind, we're just going to put 0 and 0. We're not going to bother too much. And for the wind information, so let's go back to our departure airport. And we're going to go to the weather, and the QNH is 1023, and the current temperature is 15 Celsius. All right, so 15. And now we have our V speeds. Oops. All right, so we confirm V1, V rotate, and V2 157. Excellent. Everything is good and set. And the only thing remaining is the stab trim, which we can set a little later once we start our engines. And everything here is pretty much ready. We have our speeds here. Let's set the altimeter to 1023. 1023 is set, and we're going to change it as well here. 1023 is set on both sides. Excellent. So everything is now ready for us to start our engines. We're going to set this to performance here, econ climb, and this is the flight plan, and all is ready to go. The only thing remaining is to set our altitude to 35,000 feet. And since we do not have ATC today, we'll just put in the final cruise altitude. Cole crew, welcome aboard. Yeah, the Navigraph updates are incredibly useful. Really a highly recommended application for flight simming. Omar Flight, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And welcome Jake Poe 44. Welcome to the Q8Pilot Channel, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. All right. We are now ready to go, and we can turn on the beacon lights on. So to do this, we're going to come again to the overhead panel, turn the beacon lights on. We can remove the external power. We forgot our APU. There we go. APU is on. All right. Now you can hear the APU, and we can come to the aircraft. I hope we didn't lose the alignment. Well, looks like everything is good. Perfect. All right, we can come now to the aircraft control panel, and we can remove the ground power and remove the chocks. Right, here's a look again at the aircraft from the outside. You can hear the APU. Really a very nice sound set. All right. Nice livery too. Right, let's cancel the master caution. And we can go to the hydraulic, beg your pardon, to config. And you can notice here the stab trim, we need 4.5, I believe. Let's just double check that. 4.5 indeed. So let's go ahead and set that. We need engine power to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and battery charging. Why is the battery charging? All right, we're gonna go to ignition A. All right, now that message is gone. It will turn off the packs, obviously, to for the engine start, and we're gonna start with engine number 3. Now, the engine sounds are definitely very special. We're going to wait for 15% N2 before introducing fuel. All right, there we go, 15, and listen to the sounds. Those are pretty nice sounds, I must say. All right, let's start engine number 1. And again, we'll wait for 15% N2. SD just super chatted 99 cents. Thank you very much, SD. I appreciate it. These are the Mango Studio sound set. All right, 15%. Fuel. Check out those sounds. All right, we have the engine number 1 starting. We'll wait for the engine to stabilize. Perfect. All right, and engine number 2 is starting. They do start very fast. I'm not sure if this is, by the way, realistic or not. But they do start quite fast, yeah. It's got very powerful engines. All right, 15%. Fuel on. All right. Now we can set our trim to 4.5 units. All right, so let me just show you very quickly because I know it's hard to see. So this is the stab trim. You can see now 4.5 units is set, and we can now switch this to status, and everything looks good. This one will go away once we release the parking brakes. So now we can set our flaps, and we decided today on flaps 15. So we're gonna come set this here to flaps 15, and then, all right, there we go. That's flaps 15. You can see the slats extending, and the flaps are set. Look at those beautiful wings. All right, master caution is done. All right, so the the engines are all stable now. We are ready to go. Let's arm the speed brake, auto brake on takeoff, and let's see here. Now, one thing, I have the Alpha flight yoke, and the landing, I cannot move this to taxi. If I move it to taxi, it bounces back because of the controls that are set on my Alpha Alpha flight controls. So we're gonna have to turn on the landing lights with the taxi. But that's okay. We can turn off the APU, and we can also come here now and stop the APU, and this will automatically set everything. I really like how everything is automatically set up by these the fuel pumps, the APU, the packs. Very Airbus-like in the way it works. And SD just came in with another super chat, $299. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, my friend. Hello, Pip. Good evening to you, my friend. Airloft today had a couple of memorable flights in SU back in the day. Yeah. Boeing Corp Mike from Logan, New Jersey is with us. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much, guys, for your support. I appreciate it. All right, so we are ready to go. Now, one cool thing I want to show you is when we turn on the lights. So let me switch to the external view. And I want you to pay attention to this area here as I turn on the landing lights. Look at how it extends. That's just so cool. Look at how beautiful this aircraft is. I mean, I'll tell you, Rotate hasn't really developed that many aircraft, but the two they have developed are actually pretty good, I have to say. I wish that they would figure out, what to do with the, the dark cockpit here, but all right. So we are good. We can come here to the TCAS before we forget it, and we can test it for one. And by the way, Navigraph have fixed the issue with the transponder and the telemetry. So now you can actually see the transponder. And if you change this to 2000, it will eventually change. So we're going to set this to TARA. And we'll come and check on this a little later. Maybe you need to turn it up. There you go. Now you can see the transponder is properly set. I love this new telemetry tape that Navigraph has introduced in this latest version. Very, very nice changes, really. All right. We are ready to go. We're going to release the parking brake. And we're going to head over to the runway. Again, a good indication to see the green bar here, which indicates that everything has been set up. You can see from the status page we don't have any errors, so all aircraft systems are good to go. All right, let's go ahead and give it some power. And that's the difficult part, is getting this aircraft to move. Right, here we go. Let's give it power. Barely moving. Check out those sounds, guys. Look at those beautiful wings there. Right, let's not get carried away by the views. One thing that is very important with the MD-11 is setting the center of gravity. If you don't set it right, it becomes extremely difficult to steer the aircraft on the ground. And according to a real-world pilot, that the behavior of the MD-11 in X-plane is actually very realistic, especially on the ground. It actually does behave like the real MD-11. Of course, I cannot attest to that, but that's what a real-world pilot has told me. And speaking of flight sim, Leading Edge Simulation has released the DC-3 for X-plane 12. And let me tell you guys, I am absolutely blown away at the amount of details of the DC-3. Visually, it is absolutely stunning, and the fidelity is just really, those guys, Leading Edge Simulation, they're just great. I mean, when they develop something, they develop something with quality. And the latest DC-3, I've done one flight with it, and I want to get a little more comfortable with it so that I can give you guys, you know, as much information as I can on the aircraft when I do stream it or make a video of it. But it's just really a great aircraft. Hello there, Kimchi. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. All right, we're approaching the runway. We're going to turn on the strobe lights. All right, we are lining up runway 10 left. All right, what else do we need to do? I think we're all good to go. We're going to put auto flight once. All right, here we go. Just line up the aircraft properly on the runway. Those engine sounds are really good. Right, rotate at 147. Knots. Rotate. Positive rate, gears going up. Flyby. Oh yeah. All right, let's pitch down a little bit here. We're doing all right. Perfect. Gain some speed. We're going to go FMS speed, nav mode, auto flight. Perfect. And we can begin retracting the flaps in just a little bit. Track the slats. Yeah. Check it out. All right, we're looking good. We continue our climb. I like the fact that I love the fact that it's dirty. Yeah. You forgot your pen. I did. Want to help you, Q8? Then smack that like button and subscribe, please. Oh, don't forget to. Oh, thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate it, my friend. Hello there, Cameron Walker. Welcome aboard. Pip, that is so Russian. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights can go off. And we're going to release the passengers. We're looking good. Let's increase the range a little bit here. We can see this is the top of climb right here at Sugen. And I think we can go for Barrow Standard Barrow set. Lovely looking aircraft. Ladies and gents, we have 5 gifted memberships from Alex. Alex, thank you so very much for your support. I really, truly appreciate it. Guys, please make sure you say thank you if you have received a gifted membership from Alex. Truly appreciate it. Thank you very much, Alex. Very, very kind of you, sir. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. All right, so we continue the climb. Right, we're looking good. And by the way, for those of you who likes to see cabins, so this is obviously a cargo variant, so the only thing you'll see is the cargo hull, which is, you know, it is done to an acceptable standard in my view, but obviously there's really nothing to see here. So, yeah. So I prefer to just look at this cockpit view, though. Look at that. That looks really, really good. If it was just a tad lighter than this, I think it would just really look great. Yeah. All right. Perfect. I wonder if you can actually move the seats. No, you can't. All right, so these are all static. Yeah. So I wouldn't call this, you know, a study level aircraft, but I think it is a reasonable representation of the MD-11, and by far the very best MD-11 built for flight simulation. I know that back in the day, PMDG, if I'm not mistaken, had an MD-11, and I was very fond of that MD-11. I really liked it a lot. I like the MD-11 as an aircraft, but this one is definitely better than the PMDG one that was built many, many years ago for FSX. It seems that Super Knives, I'm going to get it right now. Well, Nick, you will not regret buying the MD-11, I have to say. It is an enjoyable aircraft to fly. It has a quite depth. There is, you know, sufficient depth, I think, in the system simulation, and it does work in a lot of ways like the real thing, according to an account from real-world pilots. Of course, I cannot attest to it, but I can tell you that the depth of system simulation is very reasonable. The aircraft looks good. It's quite a challenging aircraft to learn. Not very difficult to learn, but quite challenging because it is sort of a, you know, it's kind of a breed between Airbus, Boeing, McDonnell Douglas. So you'll find different philosophies in the aircraft, which makes it a very interesting bird to fly. Quite enjoyable, in my view. I just, the only thing I don't like is how dark everything is, and that's just a put off for me. But other than that, it's a really nice aircraft to fly. 3-in-1, yeah, exactly. Sim Fanatic, hello, my friend, welcome aboard. Erhan, welcome aboard from Turkey. TFDI MD-11, it's not released yet, Diego, but when it is out, I'll definitely take a look. How are you doing, Sim Fanatic? I hope you are well. And guys, again, of course, Symphanatic is a friend of the channel. He's a fellow content creator, and definitely I endorse his channel. And if you can do me a favor and go to his channel and give him a few hundred likes and subscribes. I see that your channel is growing steadily, Symphanatic, and you'll be at 10,000 before you know it. And once you hit 10,000, then I'm going to celebrate with you, and maybe we'll do some stream or something together. It should be fun. Regarding Dynamics, one item, Laminar radar is global lighting, and the consequence also cockpit lighting. That is correct, Niels. Yes, that is correct. Rotate MD-11 was on sale last week. It's now $83.95. Yeah, but I'll tell you guys, considering I would have loved to see a little more updates from Rotate Sim, but nonetheless, you know, they're a good company. They develop good add-ons. They have the Rotate MD-11 and the Rotate Sim MD-80. Those are the flagship products from Rotate Sim. I don't think they have anything else other than those two. Hello, Cody. Welcome aboard. Good afternoon to you, my friend. Out of curiosity, what was the temp today in your neck of the woods? Well, today it was in Kuwait. The hottest it got was about 48 Celsius. And I remember I went grocery shopping at around 12, I think around 12:30, midday, and it was about 48 Celsius. And so yeah, it was pretty hot. But you know, I'm used to it. It's okay. All right, 2,000 feet to go, and we will be at our top of climb. That's TC, 35,000 feet. Hello, Benny. Welcome aboard, my friend. There is something I'm working on for one of the leading hardware providers for flight sim, and I think you guys are really going to like it. So unfortunately, I cannot say anything about it right now, but I'm working on the video, and it's going to take me some time, but it's coming soon. There we go. That's 35,000 feet, our cruise altitude. And of course, I am going to be making a video or a stream. I still am not sure about the leading edge simulation DC3, which, guys, it just looks stunning. If you guys want, we can take a look at it right after the stream. After we land, we can just take a quick look. I can show you guys what I'm talking about. And the price actually is pretty reasonable as well. There's a lot that they've done with this aircraft, and it's looking like, from an add-on perspective, it's looking like a next-gen app. You know, it's got a really refined control panel. It's got a lot of, you know, systems simulated. It's just really an awesome add-on. Imran Khan, hello, my friend. Wish we can see also the 732 level classics. Yeah, hopefully we can. Yes, rotate only to the, yeah. Imran, I think the Fly Jason is working on the, they're working on both the 732 and the 727. I still don't have a word on when those will be released, but I know they are working on the X-Plane 12 compatibility as we speak. So that's very encouraging if you ask me. All right, auto brake, by the way, is off, and we can also disarm the speed brake. We forgot to do that. Has no bearing on the operation of the aircraft, but just for completeness sake. And if we increase the range a little bit, this is the top of descent. So we are about 122 nautical miles. So very short flight today. So for that, let's go ahead and take a quick look here at Navigraph. And we can see the descent to destination is at 1,000 feet. Destination ETE 31 minutes. So not really we're not really that far from our destination. All right. Now we're going to take a note of the ILS frequency, and we are also going to take the identifier, which is India November Lima. India November Lima, and the approach course is 064 degrees. 10910. Okay, so we're going to come here to the FMC, and we're going to go to the nav radio. Now, for some reason, it will not pick it up automatically, so we need to set it ourselves. So 109.10, and if we set that here, you will see now we have different names. So all of these are duplicates because the frequency belongs to other ILSs. The one we are interested in is this one here, which is India November Lima, and for that reason, I pointed that out from the Navigraph chart. Now, as you can see, when we select it, it will show the correct approach course, which is 064 degrees. And we're going to then go to the landing, and we're going to select 50 flaps, so flaps full for our landing into Moscow. And you've got the VAP and the VREF, and we are now pretty much ready for the descent for our destination. Right, perfect. Captain Baku, hello. Man, the cockpit shadow is really dark. I hope it will be fixed in 1207 because this is super dark. It is super dark, yeah, I agree. Hello there, Anson. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. Cargo doesn't complain. Absolutely right. Oh, one gifted membership from SimFanatic. Thank you very much, SimFanatic. That's very, very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much. I really, truly appreciate all the support from all of you guys. That's very kind of you. Thank you. That's a good one, Rand. Thank you very much, SimFanatic. Again, guys, if you haven't already done so, please visit SimFanatic. He's got a really nice channel, nice content. Unfortunately, SimFanatic, it's very difficult for me to watch your streams because at the time I do get the notifications, and normally your streams are scheduled at 4:30 a.m. Kuwait time, and by that time I'm of course asleep. But I wish I could just catch one of your streams one day. Oh, cool. Guys, SimFanatic is giving away the A2A Comanche during the live stream tonight. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and go to his channel and click on the notify button so that you are notified, and maybe you'll be a lucky winner there. Is your GPU temperature lower than running X-Plane or when running MSFS? GPU temperature is actually pretty stable. It never really goes beyond 60. So normally it's between 55. When I'm running the Sims, it's between 55 and 60. It doesn't go above 60. What a kind gentleman you are, SimFanatic. I hope your son is still enjoying his flight control, the Thrustmaster Boeing pack. Please tell him I said hello. All right, let's go to, let's see, we are about 82 nautical miles from the top of descent. One more peek here at the charts. And if we look here, 2,000. So in cause, we need to be at 2,500. So one restriction here, and there is another restriction. 2,000 is the initial approach altitude for the runway. 06 right at Moscow. All right, perfect. So we are going to reset the MCP altitude to 2,000 feet. And the aircraft should manage the restrictions. All right, that's 2,000. It's set. Now, one thing I did notice in the FMC is I'm unable to set any. So if I go to the fix and I enter UUEE and click, we do have it. All right, so let's see here. You can't put a runway though. Let's try. If we put UUEE, just like the Airbus, and we put 06 right. Yeah, that says not in database. All right. Right. So we're gonna put 060 and 10. There we go. And now we have the fix 060 degrees and 11. Why did it say 11? Right, let's see what we have in our plan. If we go to plan and we go to decrease. Now let's cycle through. There we go. I do see the beam. I don't see the circle around the, maybe something, I need to do something else. Yeah. Oh well. That's alright. Map. And increase. There's the top of descent in approximately 61 nautical miles. Nice livery. Lovely. Just really lovely. How fast can the MD-11 go Mach 10? I have no clue. Wycliffe Barrett, hello my friend, and welcome. I see you are one of my favorite aircraft, stunning air. Yeah, Wycliffe, how are you doing, my friend? I hope you are well. You know, guys, Wycliffe Barrett is an excellent reviewer of X-Plane add-ons, and I don't think that you've been doing that much, that much content lately, Wycliffe. I understand, maybe life can have its hardships sometimes, and yeah, but I'd love to see some content from you. I know you used to be, I don't know if you still are, active on VATSIM. You're a controller on VATSIM, I believe. Very well, although in the middle of heat wave here in the UK. Oh, is it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, hopefully we can see more of you, Wycliffe. Would be nice to bring. I'm thinking of doing kind of a reunion for, you know, all the content creators that we miss. And kind of bring them all in one stream maybe one day. I do have something planned for you guys, something to do with helicopters very soon. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. Oh, really? In Ireland too, huh? Wow. So the MD-11F max cruise speed is 0.88 Mach. Oh, wow. That's pretty fast. C1 rated. Yeah, that's what I thought. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, maybe, you know, you, Wycliffe, Thomas Rasmussen, we'll bring Shane, Osflight Simmer, and I hate helicopters. The devil's instrument. Yeah, they are quite difficult to fly, I have to say. I never really... I admire... what's his name? Patrick. The flight sim deck. He does just the most beautiful landings in helicopters, which is something I'm just not very good at. Oh, really? Wow. It's really hot over there, huh? Well, it's not 48 degrees Celsius, so... Like bees, they should not be able to fly at all. That's a good one. Sergio from Hilly Simmer is good. He is excellent, and in fact, now that you mention his name, I am planning something with Sergio, the Hilly Simmer, here on the channel. He's going to be a guest of honor on the channel, and he's going to show me in a live stream how to fly helicopters. Hopefully it will be a fun flight, and there will be a giveaway of a helicopter, but I will keep that for when it's ready to go. I have been in Tunis when it was 52 Celsius. That was better to cope with than 30 in the Netherlands. The reason being, I think, Alex, is that 30 Celsius in Europe, when it's that hot, is also very dry. So 30 Celsius feels like 40 Celsius. And I think the humidity kind of, you know, makes it a little better. But when it's really dry, then it becomes really, really hot. It feels very, very hot. Yeah, all right. So we are almost at the top of descent in 10 nautical miles. Here's a look at the outside. Look at this aircraft. Those wings are beautiful. The reflections as well, the PBR materials. I love this cinematic flyby. Look at the strobes. Just lovely. Norfolk International Airport. Hello, my friend, and welcome aboard. Hello, Russ. Welcome aboard. I do not have my FOP in Navigraph charts. FOP. What is FOP? Flight Operational Flight Plan. Oh, hey there, Mika. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you are well. Sorry I have been absent from Discord. I do apologize. I've seen all your messages. I have read all your messages. But I've been just really trailing on Discord and emails. God, I have 50 emails at work, my inbox. I decided I'm going to switch off anything regarding work this weekend, and I'm just going to relax. Because the last couple of weeks were very, very stressful, I have to say. All right, so are we... all right, so top of descent. Let's go ahead and begin the descent. There we go. since the aircraft did not descend on its own. It should. Normally at top of descent it does descend. I'm not sure what happened here. But anyway, we are going to descend manually. So easy to fly and land. I think the bigger the plane, the easier to land than a 737. I kind of tend to agree with you, Wycliffe, on the bigger aircraft, yeah. Mika Morgan, welcome to Senior Captain, my friend. I have only 90-something members on my Discord, and it's difficult to keep up. I can't imagine what it's like with 1.7 members. Surprise! Well, thank you very much. That's the surprise you've been talking about, Mika. Yeah. By the way, guys, Mika Morgan joins us from Australia. She's a good friend of the channel and a supporter for many, many years. Thank you very much for your support, Mika. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you, and I appreciate your support, my friend. Yeah, I agree. The 737 is very unforgiving. Very unforgiving. I was going to do it on the Airsoft stream, but they just taking too long. Yeah. And I'm not sure they're going to release their aircraft anytime soon. All right. So we are now descending towards Moscow, the nation's capital. We are at 31,000 feet for 2,000. And if we look at our approach, it is actually not a very easy approach. And the reason being is the sharp turn that we need to do here for runway 06. Let's look at the weather real quick at the destination airport. All right, so we have 1 knot headwind and 8 knot crosswind for 06 right, which is cool. If we go here and look at the information, let's take a look at the weather. The weather is 310, 6 knot variable, broken 28, temperatures 14, QNH 103, no significant change in the next. All right, so we're good. Visibility is great. Broken clouds, 2800. Everything looking good. All right, humidity 77%. Okay, so we're fine. That's us right there. So we're almost now at our destination, and we're descending through 28,000 for 2,000. Thank you again, Mika, for your membership. Senior Captain, I appreciate your support very much. And the same thing, of course, goes to everyone who is a subscriber or member here at the channel. I appreciate it very much. Have you got my email address? Wycliffe, I'm not sure, but you can always send me an email on info@q8pilot.com. That is the channel's official email address. IFR Captain, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. I think I used to have you on Facebook, Wycliffe, but I don't use Facebook anymore. All right, looking good. 26, about 3,000 feet per minute. We look at Navigraph. What would Navigraph say? 2265. Yeah, that's about right. 11 minutes to our destination. I really like this tape here. And I showed you guys last time how you can add metrics. So you can add whatever you like. They really done a brilliant job with this application. And if you look at the progress of Navigraph charts over the years, you'll really come to notice how innovative the company is. And of course, there was a dedicated stream I did. Just a great company, great bunch of people that work there. Just lovely to watch them work. They're so nice, so humble, so supportive. Just really, I cannot recommend Navigraph enough. It is probably one of the best investments I made in flight simulation is Navigraph charts. Never regret, you know, the subscription with them since 2016. I've been a user since 2016, and they're just great. They're just excellent. All right, 23, looking good. Here's a nice engine view for you guys. I do like the texturing on the MD-11. Looks very, very nice. Oh, that is a nice view of the wing. I joined Navigraph when they first started. I joined a flight sim show at the NEC in Birmingham when FSX was first launched. When was that now? Yeah. Finally, more people flying in RU. Awesome view, especially in... Is it Sochi? I don't know. What route is today, Q8? We're flying today from St. Petersburg to Moscow. Oh, I forgot to update the Nightbot commands. Yeah, they're all probably off today. Yeah, the new updates are amazing, without a doubt. Just send you an email. Thanks, Wycliffe. I'll take a look at it. Good evening, Alex Aviation. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. I'm quite pleased with the state of X-Plane 12. One of the things I really want to see fixed is performance, clouds a little bit, the night lighting, which sometimes causes, you know, FPS drops. But little things, you know, little things that make a huge difference is what's missing in X-Plane right now. All right, we're approaching 18,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and let's take a look here at our charts. So that's the star, and it says transition level by ATC. So, or flight 11,000, 12,000 when QNH is less than 1013. All right, so we're just going to do flight 11,000. All right. So speaking of that, let's quickly take a look at the weather. 1023. All right. Perfect. The art of chill. XP72 said it perfectly. They just need to focus on graphics now. Flight model is perfect. Yeah, XP12 isn't that bad now. You know, I'll tell you, so in terms of the graphics, I don't think that graphics is an issue in X-Plane. I do like the airports. I do like the default airports, and in my view, the default airports in X-Plane 12 are far better than the default airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator. They just look, the layout of the airports, any airport you go in the world in X-Plane is pretty much an exact match of the real world layout. The graphic assets themselves are not bad. So I think what X-Plane really needs is photorealistic textures. That's what a lot of people like. That's why people go to Auto Ortho or Ortho 4XP, because it really does make a huge difference in the overall immersion. But what I've come to notice is it depends really on the user. If the user is a real-world pilot who wants to really practice or train or brush up on his checklist, I find that those people, the more serious people, go to X-Plane. And those people don't really care much about the graphics. All right, I think we are approaching 10,000. I'm going to extend the speed brakes to reduce our speed. One thing I've noticed about this aircraft is the VNAV does not really care much about the speed. So normally in an Airbus, the aircraft would pitch back up in order to reduce the rate of descent and decrease the speed. This one here doesn't. Let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights, and we're going to also turn the fasten seatbelt sign on for the passengers. As we go below 10,000 feet, we're still reducing our speed. We're looking all right. So those who are, more of the casual, casual simmers, or maybe who prefer like the multiplayer, let's go play a game and let's go and crash into, buildings and things like that. Those are the ones that will more than likely prefer to use Microsoft Flight Sim, which is a great sim, by the way. It's, I love Microsoft Flight Simulator, don't get me wrong. But I still, until this very day, find X-Plane to be the more fulfilling sim in terms of the actual feel of flight. The way it feels is just more realistic in my view, at least based on my experience in the real world, flying, different general aviation aircraft. I feel that X-Plane is more realistic in that sense. No worries at all, Wycliffe. Take your time, my friend. Not that much of an ortho guy here, but SimHeaven's X-World and Global Forests pretty much does it for me. Yeah, Niels, I would agree with you. There are a few add-ons that you can definitely add to X-Plane that will improve the overall immersion, and it will improve the look and feel of the sim. Definitely with SimHeaven, VFR flying becomes quite viable in X-Plane, but without it, it really is quite difficult. I know they use something called the plausible world, and I know that the elevation, especially in the USA, the elevation, they've got it quite right, but it's not accurate. So sometimes it really does make the VFR flying, not very enjoyable, because it's very difficult to look out the window and say, yep, I recognize that point of interest, or I do recognize that mountain or that road, and you don't have that with X-Plane out of the box, while you do have that with Microsoft Flight Sim, which I think gives a huge advantage to Microsoft Flight Sim when it comes to VFR flying. XP all the way. Yeah. I mean, Drashal, I'm kind of like you. I don't mind going into Microsoft Flight Sim. I enjoy it, quite frankly. I do enjoy it, and I do enjoy some of the, add-ons in Microsoft Flight Sim without a doubt. They're not bad, and it's not, it's not way behind X-Plane in terms of the flight models. It's actually not bad. See, now at this time of day, you can see the sun reflection here. Now it shows the actual aircraft textures, and this looks really nice. Now with this particular time of day, you can see how the light casting on the aircraft's cockpit looks pretty good. Right, 3,000 feet for 2,000. We're almost there at our destination, and I'm going to set the landing, so the speed brakes, auto brake to medium. We're going to arm the speed brake. We're going to be doing flaps 50 today for the arrival. Yeah, SimHeaven is great. SimHeaven is great. Right, we're coming up to 2,000 feet. And we're going to maintain 2000 until we are established on the localizer for runway 06 right. Look at those landing lights there. What a huge aircraft. All right, we're looking good. Here is the Kesvo, and then this is tired. Is it tired? Tired, whatever it is. All right, so that's the turn, and immediately after the last way, it's going to be a bit of a sharp turn towards the airport, so we got to be careful there. All planes sound creepy. I don't care about graphics. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, Pilot Peely, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. How have you been, my friend? Listen to the TU-154, yeah. I hope you are doing well, Pilot Peely. All right. So here is our approach. So we're going to make a right turn now to intercept the localizer. All is looking good. Excellent. You gotta love X-Plane. And really, this aircraft is a lot of fun. It's very challenging, by the way, to land the MD-11. So hopefully I can give you guys a good show today and not make a complete mess out of the landing. So far, it's been very pleasant flight. No incidents whatsoever. The outside sounds a bit strange. They are a bit strange. Again, I cannot attest to the authenticity of the sounds when it comes to the MD-11, but the engine start sounds are really nice. All right, so we will engage the approach land once we are at Dauphar, which we are not too far from it. We can actually extend flaps, so I'm going to go for flaps 15. There we go. Right. 244, 245. All right, we're looking good. We're going to maintain 2,000. We're looking good. We're almost there now. That's the first turn towards Dauphar, and then we're going to go to Incos. Good luck for the landing. I'm sure you'll be fine. Thank you very much, Pilot Peely. Appreciate it. Looking good. Here's the turn towards Dauphar. And what is the current speed? Right. So that's the Incos. So we're going to go to Dauphar, and then from Dauphar we're going to go to Incos. So we're going to click on approach land. So land is armed. .244, that's the correct speed. And the airport should be somewhere over there now. We still don't have a visual. Again, it depends on the sun direction. You know, the cockpit lighting depends on the sun direction. Sometimes it looks really good, sometimes it looks horrible. All right, let's do a quick prep check. We can see the localizer needle here, and we can see the glide slope needle as well. The landing lights are on. Runway turn-off lights are on. Fasten seat belt is on. The landing auto brake is set to medium, and the speed brake is armed, and we are clear to land. That's our turn towards the airport now. I wonder if we should start slowing the aircraft down. Right, looking good. Bit of a, you know, the turns are a bit too violent, I suppose. 1.3 nautical miles. We're looking good. Set this to, you know what, let's go back to FMS speed. No, it doesn't want to work. Okay. All right, now we are reducing the speed to 150. There we go, 150. Speed check, flaps 28. Localizer captured.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
All right, and we're going to disconnect the
gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Takes a bit of time to set the, right, there we go. Extend the flaps.
Stabilizer motion.
All right, flaps are full.
Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion.
All right, that's better.
Stabilizer
right, 1,000 feet.
Autopilot.
My aircraft. A little bit of a crosswind there. It's a bit of a bounce there, but we've made it safely. You nuts. And welcome to Moscow. Yeah, we were a bit too fast, I think. Alright, we can make a turn here. Thank you very much, Rand. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed that landing. It is quite tricky aircraft to land. Yes, indeed. All right, before we park the aircraft, let's do... Let's do the replay. I figured when I have Volanta on, the replays kind of just go... They don't work. But without Volanta, everything seems to be working fine in terms of the replay. Alright, so here we go.
Light slow.
There we go. Alright. That was a hard landing, yeah, but it was fun. Alright, let's do that again. And what we'll do this time, let it just go a little bit. Alright. Alright, here we go. Check this view out. What do you guys think? Was pretty cool, wasn't it? Let's do it one more time. Maybe we'll do a wing view.
Light slow.
There we go. How cool is that? I have to say that despite the hard landing, I really like this aircraft a lot. And yeah, maybe I'm not, what happened here? Oh, looks like we've lost the aircraft. Looks like we've lost the aircraft. Yeah, something after the replay. Well, it looks like the aircraft's completely dead after the replay. So that's all right. Looks really, really cool, though. Just from the modeling perspective, the Mango soundset definitely brings some element of immersion to the aircraft. Overall, I think this was a pretty fun stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. And it's time for me to hit the sack and call it a day. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, folks. And bye-bye for now.